Welcome to Nightcap Takeover Week 2. It is still a T-Stead takeover, and I am joined by two legendary guests, co-hosts, two legendary co-hosts this evening. I got the future Hall of Famer, a dog, T-Sizzle, and I got the platinum recording artist out of Brooklyn, New York, my dog Maino. What's going on, fellas?
What's happening, brother?
What's happening? What's happening?
How we feeling this
evening? Feeling good, man.
Feeling real
What's them 4th of July plans looking like? We got the 4th tomorrow. What we doing?
I mean, I'm going to float around a little bit. I've been on set shooting this TV show. Me and Shaq and a couple of people been on there all week. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow's the last day. I'm looking for a plate, bro.
Can you tell us about the show?
It's a mob inspired show. It's a show that's already on TV right now. It's on Amazon, I believe. Prime. It's called Gravesend. It's already 2 seasons in. We on the 3rd season. So we've been shooting for it for the last week. This whole week right here.
What's the name of it again? Gravesend.
So it's a mob show. It's about, the Italian mafia back in the 80s. Shaq is a gangster. I'm one of the goons. And it's just the interaction between the white Italian mafia and some of the black dudes that was holding it down in that day.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Shaq is
Shaq is in it.
Shaq is playing
his character is Mustafa.
Oh, wow. So
big ass gang.
How do they shoot that when you standing next to him? Shaq's like the biggest.
Yeah. Shaq is guard size. It's hard.
Yeah, as a director, you would think all right, do they
gotta shoot wide?
Do they give you like apple boxes to stand on and something like that? How you gonna?
Nah, I'm 6 feet, so I'm all right. I'm cool.
Hey, can't nobody stand in a picture with Shaq. I met Shaq. I've never felt so small in my life. I met Shaq at the Nickelodeon Awards or something. He was hosting. And he was just the biggest human being. He got the biggest hands.
Everything.
I'm just I'm not finna stand next to this dude. And I'm with my woman. I'm not finna stand next to this dude. I'm with my woman. To her, I'm the biggest man she ever seen. But then here come fucking Shaq. You know what I mean? How many rings Shaq got? 4. And all them, man. I'm like, nah, man, we got to move around.
You had to move away from that.
You got to move away from that. That was the nigga that had more money and more accolades than me.
Got to move around.
Move around
there.
Man, no, we've seen you appear in starring shows, movies.
Right.
We acting skills top notch. How is Shaq as an actor?
Well, you got to remember, Shaq been doing this. You got to remember, Shaq was in movies back in the 90s. Shaq has done it all, right? We're talking basketball. We talking rap. We talking rap. Let's not forget he was platinum.
He's a platinum rap. Yeah.
Let's not forget he was platinum. Worked with Biggie, Nas, Jay-Z.
I think every Shaq album went platinum.
This is what I'm saying. Back in those days when they was, when Fushnikins and all that was out,
That's unheard of.
Huh?
That's unheard of for a person who's not really a rapper and he got into rap, and for him to releasing albums and all of them go platinum. People don't understand how hard it is to go platinum. If an album sold 500,000, that was a major success. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I mean, listen, he had a love for the culture. He come from the culture.
Yeah.
Right. You don't have to actually be an artist to come from the culture. You growing up, we come from the same kind of backgrounds. We all played basketball on crates. We all went to school and tried to play ball. And at the same time, we was on our way to school. We was listening to rap music. We was doing the same thing. So, I mean, it's only right. But he's one of the ones that really was able to cover all those bases. And then when we talk about movies, he did many movies.
Yeah, Blue Chips.
Yeah.
What else Shaq was in? Cause I just saw him yesterday. I was watching CB4. He cameoed in that.
This is what I'm saying.
Shaq everywhere, man.
And to still be who he is
and relevant.
Right. So to stand the test of time is that we talking, because a lot of that was early mid 90s.
Early mid 90s, yeah. Yeah, Blue Chip, I want to say it's like 93, because that was with Penny Hardaway.
Right. This is Orlando.
Yeah.
This is Orlando.
He did Kazam, Man of Steel.
That's crazy.
And
That's long.
he was like in Freddie Got Fingered. Like, remember they loved Shaq, like in
Right.
Hollywood. Like any man they was putting him in.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Shaq
nobody's sleeping on Shaq.
He's a mogul.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Maino, let me ask you this. I know you got your New York roots. You know, we all have been in the news and browsing the World Wide Web. So what's your thoughts on the Diddy verdict? What's your thoughts on P. Diddy verdict?
I think it was listen, to me, it was always an overcharged situation. I never felt like it should have been a RICO. I never felt like it should have been in a courtroom. Because if you understand what a RICO is, this was never that. Right?
RICO was created to catch the mob. Like,
come on, we talking organized crime. We talking about running a criminal enterprise.
Like,
all right, now he was doing things that I wouldn't do, and I might have thought I was a freak, but until now I've realized that I'm really not. Right? Okay. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a RICO. And then my whole thing is like, they created this whole narrative, and then when the trial came out, we didn't see none of that. Like, they had this whole thing about Diddy parties. What happened to the Diddy parties? Because if you look at what was going on in the transcripts and what happened in the testimony, those freak offs was personal.
Yeah, like,
there was no party.
Orgies.
No parties. This was a hotel.
Yeah.
With the man, his woman, and whatever else they had going on.
Or a mansion.
Right.
Yeah.
This is closed off personal situations, had nothing to do with, remember all this talk about the sex dungeon, underage kids, rapes, all the drugs in the baby OU. I knew the case was flimsy when they started to only talk about the baby OU. When the feds is leaking information to the media and they only talking about the baby OU, what we really talking about?
No. We ain't talking about shit. So like when it first comes out, you like, yo, this is bad. Like, and all of us being in the Black community, we know people like the feds don't come get you unless they know they got a case. We know the feds don't come, but that wasn't the case here.
But that's not always true, and I tell people that all the time. The feds gotta, and you've seen it right now in this case right here, where they're churn and really kind of make a narrative, right? And really spin it. They known to do this. They do it all the time, right? You'll get locked up for one situation. The next thing you know, you got a conspiracy because they done created a narrative around it. So they do this.
They trump it.
Just that, right? They
stack the deck on you, and you look at
stack it up.
All that time.
They create that narrative. They tell you exactly who you are, right? And they drag you in the courtroom and say this is who you are. And I think that now we got a chance to see that, because this is a situation where it was a domestic violence situation.
Right.
This really was. I mean, we're talking about a super rich guy, super famous guy. Come on, man. Like RICO, like really, like if this was a situation where he was having Cassie have sex with dudes and the dudes was paying him, that's something. That's something
different.
Because then he would be making money from selling her off. But that's not this.
That's not this. Or like, RICO, like I said, they created it to catch the mob. They couldn't catch like the head mob bosses. So they created the RICO, like if this guy standing next to you and he collected money illegally this way, and this guy standing next to you, he collected money that way, and they try to trump all of y'all together.
Right.
It was created to really catch the mob, you know what I'm saying? But like when it came out, we was like, I was like, where's the racketeering?
Where's everything that they had in the media? Where's the sex dungeon? Where's the underage kids? Where's all these tapes where they say, oh man, all these people, where's these people that was getting raped and all that? Where's all this?
Yeah. And like it was bad because like we all saw the video and was like, yo, like it's bad. So they see the video and then like we think it's like, oh, it's only gonna get worse from here.
Right, because they use that video to get people attached emotionally.
Yeah. So
And
it
then
was like, gonna get
right.
worse from here. It's like, what else is coming out? And then transcripts coming out, and then you start to see the interaction between him and Cass, and I'm like, this kind of
She's like, I'm always down for a freak off. She said, I'm always down for a freak off.
She was, that to me, that's complicit. She was like I said, she was with it until she wasn't. And then I was like, that's not really RICO or everything else that they had him charged for. Like, I didn't see any evidence of that. And like, if I get into it with my ex-girl's new dude, that don't get me a racketeering charge. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that's what they were trying to say with the bombing of Kid Cudi's car. Like, oh, that's racketeering. You know what I'm saying? You sent somebody blow up his car. I'm like,
that's the part that I'm getting lost on. Like you said, Maino, where is all those other
topics? Where does everything at? Because
you said, because that's the tactic that the feds use, right? Is to so they got the media, right? So they leak this to the media to control the narrative. So now what happens is they tamper with the jury pool, because now in the eyes of the public, he's guilty. You can't tell people, you can't tell my daughter mother that Puff don't deserve to be in jail based off of what is in the media, not even what's happening in the court. You can't tell the average person that he don't belong under the jail, because if you looked at what the media was promoting, it was just this super high, heinous level of criminality that just made you feel like this dude was just the worst dude in the world. But in the courtroom, it was
flimsy as fuck. Like, it was real flimsy. Like, we was all like, well, where's the racketeering? Like, they had to drop all that because they didn't present any evidence of anything to describe this, like, even at the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying?
No. And that's why he only got convicted for the interstate transportation of prostitutes. Now they saying that you cannot transport prostitutes from across state lines and do transactional business with them, even though this is all consensual. Even though this is consensual. Now when you talk about complicit, so now you got Puff, you got the woman, and then you got the sex worker. Everybody is complicit.
Yeah.
So now he had a one-man RICO, right? When do you ever see those? The reason why he had a one-man RICO, because he had unindicted co-conspirators. Who was the co-conspirators? The woman and the sex workers.
Yeah.
But what do? They use them to testify.
To get him, yeah. I mean, like, I ask my boys every day, I'm like, dude, if a ice cream truck sells ice cream, you know, he rolls through the hood. If I buy ice cream and I'm be like, hey, I know some of my boys over here, they love ice cream too. You're selling ice cream. Does that make me a sex trafficker? Because I'm purchasing, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, dude, you're providing a service and I'm buying it. Like, sex trafficking is, I'm making you do this.
Right, and that's the thing. Right. So when you got texts like, you know, I'm always down for a freak off and things like that, and then it's a lot of gray area, right? Coercion, like you got to be forcing somebody. You got to be like, yo, you got to do this. Like when you think of sex work, you think somebody locked up in a dungeon. You think somebody is like being really
like they didn't kidnap you against will. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like sex trafficking was. You know what I'm saying? Not like, oh, you know, I'm into some freaky shit. I like seeing my girl getting bust down, and I go buy a guy called the Hammer or something like that. Now I'm sex trafficking because I got kink. Like I said, like after, like when the indictment first came out, like I said, I know, we all know that they trump your charges to get you to plead, basically to scare you. Like nobody, like especially a person in his position who his reputation was at stake, you know, he don't want all this coming out. You know what I'm saying? They was trying to like corner him, and Diddy was like, "Nah, I'm a fight him." You know what I'm saying? Even all this freak off, all this stuff coming out, what she gonna say and embarrass him and stuff. Like, and he stood his ground. You know what I'm saying? But everybody know the Fed's gonna trump your charge. They're gonna charge you more than what actually went on to scare you in there like that. But like you said, it was this high profile case. They had raids at the same time bi-coastal, you know what I'm saying? LA and Miami and New York. So it's like I'm thinking like all right, they didn't set up these raids at the same time, so can't nobody alert each other. You know what I'm saying? They coming. So you think like,
oh, when they come, they come.
They come, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking like they got something. And then as the trial go on, it's like, all they talking about is the sex.
Then baby,
I'm like, dog,
baby,
an orgy isn't illegal. Like whether it's your kink or not, you know what I'm saying?
Whatever your kink is, whatever you into, you into.
Long as all
I
parties
was
are
screaming,
consensual.
where's the parties at? Because you got to understand, they didn't change what the narrative on what a Diddy party is to the point where you have regular people seeing you in the street playing with you. Like, you may know, I heard you was at a Diddy party. You never been to Diddy parties. Like, we talking about? Like
that was it. Like everybody was trying to go. Like we didn't know anything
but none
about
of
the
those,
sex.
none of the freak off shit had nothing to do with no party.
Right. Everybody know, like they try to even get, King James for it. King James was like, yeah, Diddy, you known for having, like Diddy's always been known in mainstream media have like the best parties and stuff.
100%.
He got it on video. He was like, all right, this is the nice party for everybody, but everybody gonna have to leave in about a couple hours. Like he giving his warning. Like, if you stay in here, it's gonna get a little wild. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think like everybody was like, oh, he was at a Diddy party, he's at a Diddy party. Like, no, I was never cool enough to get invited. But did I want to go at one point? Yeah, it was like the hottest shit out.
I've been, and my point is that I don't know. I've never seen nothing crazy, and I don't know nobody else that did. But then when you look at what happened in the court, all of those instances of freak offs had nothing to do with
his actual
party.
Right.
Had everything to do with a man and his personal kink, his fetish, his sexual nature, whatever. That's his business.
Damn. It's crazy. It's an evil world we live in. It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah, man.
Shit's crazy. But hey, what do you think he gonna get time served? He gonna serve some more?
See, I thought he should have got bail. Because because technically he's a
first time offender.
Right, he's the first offender. But the feds is dirty. They like to play this game with what they call unindicted criminal conduct. So when it's time to sentence you, even though you're not convicted of these things, they like to add in things, something else. You see what the judge said? He said, "Oh, it was even he got convicted of prostitution." Right. The judge held his bail because of the video with Cassie, because it was violence, and it was the worst violence is the violence behind closed doors. What?
Like
he didn't get convicted of violence. Did he get convicted of violence? No, he didn't get. You see what I'm saying? And then let's be honest, like that happened like what 9-10 years ago. Not to diminish the situation,
but it was a long time ago. But
it's not like he was out here terrorizing these people. So it's like when you start saying, "Oh, we scared for our lives," was he was just home? Was he just out here running down, looking for these people?
Right. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's a very
it's all about it's all about who's spinning the narrative, and it's all about playing with the minds of the people, man. Because I realize now it ain't always about the truth. It's about the perception.
Okay. Dope. I don't know if I'm going off book, TA, but I've been dying. Like when I found out we got Maino, I was like, I already know what question I was going to ask him. But
I already know you're going
the hot seat for a second.
Yeah.
Nas and Jim Jones.
I knew it.
Nas and Jim Jones. I want to hear. I want to hear.
No, but this is the genius thing right here that everybody not realizing. The fact that you asking me that, the fact that you right now asking me that question right now, this is what this is all about. It's about algorithm, man. Yeah. Jim understands the power of algorithm, the power of the internet, the power of conversation. Come on, man. We know who Nas is. We know what Nas did. We understand the greatness in Nas is a rap god. A rap god, right? But it ain't about that. right? It's about the fact that Jim's saying, I'm better than Nas right now. He's saying he's better than Nas right now because why? Because it creates conversation. You just asked me.
Yeah.
This is what this is about.
Yeah. So they say the rap world is like, you know, basketball or competitive sports. Like you want to say you the best.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't nothing wrong with nobody feeling like they the best.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Like
you
gotta
nothing
love the
wrong with
competition.
nobody
like,
feeling that way.
If you don't feel yourself, especially in y'all business, if you don't feel yourself like that, like pause, you know what I'm saying? Like then it's really you ain't never gonna have no level. Like you said, such and such is better than you. You know what I'm
listen, feel how you want to feel.
Yeah.
Nigga, go say you better than whoever. Feel it. Go up it. Like you better than the world. Like that's how you feel. That's how you feel. Wear that. You understand? But you could feel that way privately, right?
Right.
You could feel that way in the studio. I'm in the studio. We all in the studio. I'm like, man, I gotta kill everybody in here.
Yeah.
But when you say it to the public, you got to know what come back with that. And the fact that he already knew what it come with. You know what it come with?
You know it. Yeah, like, you know.
What it come with, but it don't matter because it's about it's about the conversation that creates the algorithm that creates this energy that every time you turn around, now he viral.
Right. So like, I will say this. So like I didn't even know, like, before Jim Jones came out with Ballin', I just thought he was part of the Dipset crew. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really think like Jim Jones was a rapper. And don't remember that run Jim Jones had when he had Ballin' and what else am I thinking of? He did a Diddy joint. The Sherry did like Jim Jones. He does have like hits. You know what I'm saying? Like he party to, but like Nas, he was in that transition era before hip hop really became mainstream, and when you really had to spit, like you really had to have talent. You know what I'm saying? And Nas came out like lyrically, and like I didn't appreciate this until I was older because I was a Tupac fan. You know what I'm saying? When you 13 or 12, you really impressionable. You know what I'm saying? Like Tupac told me, don't listen to Nas and all these other rappers. So I'm like, no, I ain't listening to them. You know what I'm saying? And then I like got into a debate and I was like, Nas. And then everybody clowned me. I was like, maybe I need to go back and go listen to this dude. And then like, he was just like Nas.
Nas, listen,
he's a rap guy.
Rap god, one of the greatest of all times.
Like Nas,
definitely one of my favorites. Yeah.
Not only that, like he was like he's like part of those brand. Like he's street, but he's also very intuitive. Like Nas is very intelligent.
Right.
You know, like KRS-One was and Public Enemy. Like Nas started bringing it to me, and I was just, like Nas is very intelligent. You know,
indeed,
one of those rappers that can get you to think. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And get you to feel and be happy to be black. Like like he started out Queens Big Projects, look where I'm at now. You know what I'm saying? Like Nas is one of them rappers. You know what I'm saying?
No, and not only that, like I mean, we gotta really also not just talk about what he did the rap game, but just on the business side, like the things that he doing. Like, so I mean, listen, man, I'm cool with Nas. Jim is my brother. I had the opportunity to work with Nas, perform with Nas, like, you know what I mean? So it's we talking about legendary shit, man. Everybody that brought something to the game, right? That somebody can leave with. You understand? So what Nas did and what he's still doing on the business side is definitely admirable. So you can't take nothing from nobody.
You can't take nothing from neither one of them. Like I said, I don't want to discredit like Jimmy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Jim Jones. Like I think I love Jim Jones. You know what I'm saying? Like we all had we've all been to a party and one of his songs that come on, it like turned us up. Like, all right, I was waiting to hear this. Like now I can get there. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't want to discredit Jimmy, I just didn't like that the conversation started from like
You know exactly what he's doing.
18-year-old
Conversation in the spirit of
But
competition.
that is a perspective, though, right? So
Right.
that is a perspective for some. See, the thing about this is this: everything is from your own point of view. For me, and a lot of things is from whatever your social circle is. So you had a 19-year-old that said that he wasn't tapped in with Nas.
Right.
Maybe that was just that 19-year-old because maybe that's what his social circle was, and he was more tapped in with Capo. So, everything you got to take with a grain of salt, man, and everything is relative.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? So, like I said though, this is really not about this is really just about the conversation. It ain't about us really picking one up over the other.
Yeah.
This is not what this is about.
Sure. I know exactly what you're doing. Spirit of competition, man. We all feel like we the best, and I respect it.
Mm-hmm.
Passion for sure.
Mm.
Let's go to a younger artist, DDG, recording artist, and also a big name streamer. Apple Music just got called out by DDG after his name started showing up when users typed the poop emoji. How would you guys feel about that? Or how do you guys feel about that with Apple? And is all publicity good publicity?
No. I don't. I think you gotta learn. I think it can be if you learn how to flip it, but certain things you just don't want on you.
On your name.
Now I don't know if that's that serious.
That's crazy.
So Apple Music did that. Why would they do that?
That's correct. I don't know, but DDG called him out. Anytime the users was typing the poop emoji, his name was popping up. His name started to show up. That is, I don't know about the algorithm.
Now, I mean, you could probably flip that though. You understand? So that I wouldn't say is super duper negative because actually it kind of puts you in the algorithm. And he kind of got that way with the streaming anyway. So you could probably flip that into a positive. It's all about what you do with it. But certain things I feel like I wouldn't even want on me. Pause.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't even want on my name. I wouldn't want it associated with me.
Exactly. So what happened? What did he say happened? He said,
his name popping up when somebody, I guess, in the search engine would type the poop emoji, his name DDG would pop up, and it's like a running joke, Doodoo Gang or Doodoo or whatever.
Right. Right.
So he called out about it, like to fix that algorithm.
So Apple
did they fix it? Yeah, they said Apple did that.
Yep, Apple Music.
No, Apple Music or just yeah.
Yeah.
So you go to Apple Music, you type in the poop emoji, or is it Google?
That's what I was gonna say. So like, if I Google a poop emoji and a whole bunch of DDG shit would come up.
What I have right here in front of me said Apple Music. It said Apple Music.
Well, you think they're trying to sabotage them or something? I don't. Like, what's the downside to that?
Is people have been trolling saying DDG stands for doo-doo garbage.
Oh, right. They've been saying.
And
right.
he like into it with somebody, right?
Right.
He had the award of words.
It's still up on Apple Music right now. Like if you type that in, and he called him like, hey, y'all need to fix this algorithm. Like my name is not synonymous with the poop emoji.
Damn. What does it stand for?
It's a lot of publicity. I really don't know what DDG stands for. We gotta fact check that. It's a lot of.
I just put it in. It's a fact.
Damn.
It's a fact. Damn. Damn. They did my duck. Damn.
Yeah, no, Apple Music. Y'all gotta.
All you gotta do is type in. Can I curse?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All you gotta do is type in that shithead that's on your emojis. That little.
Yeah.
Head, that's a shithead, right? That's a shithead. It's doo-doo, yeah. It's poop, right? And you click on it in the search engine, and his name is the first name that comes up.
And it's that drop. You said it stands for drop what? Garbage?
They saying it and doo-doo garbage.
That's what the people that been trolling him saying that it stands for, right? His name don't stand for that, but they've been playing with him saying it stands for doo-doo garbage, but this is dead wrong right here.
DDG stands for Darrell Dwayne Granberry. Daryl Dwayne Granberry. Yeah, his name. Yep. So it's his initials.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't want nobody playing on my name like that, man. Apple fix that. Apple Music, get him right.
Oh yeah, this is real deal here. This definitely. Oh wow.
So back to the point, like all publicity isn't good publicity.
I mean, I don't think that that's too crazy. Where it's like something
His
that you
name
can't.
now, then he probably got a spike in searches or a
This is
stream.
what I'm saying. Like that, you could flip that. That ain't that
like,
crazy.
I would think that would like result into him getting his checks. I think that's how he gets his bread. Is
you could flip that. That can be flipped. You can use that. That ain't something like they saying somebody touched on somebody
Oh
or
yeah, or
you know what I'm
he
saying, raped on something.
somebody,
Yeah, that type of
yeah.
certain shit you don't want to be accused of. You don't even want it associated with your name.
Yeah. So who's the person he into it with? Another streamer?
No, it's just random fans trolling him.
Fans trolling. He's in the news quite a bit. He having some back and forths. I know him and his son's mother.
His baby
No,
mama.
they beat the brakes off a nigga recently for calling him that in public. I like that. That was pretty impressive. Yeah.
DDG did?
Yeah. They put.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. They did what. Yeah, they did what was necessary. When the nigga is playing with you in public.
Yeah. So he in the new, like I think he into it with like another streamer or something like that. I don't know. Don't quote me, but I think they get into it. War of the words, like they going back and forth online. You know what I'm saying? I really don't get that. Like, I grew up around gangsters. Like, when a gangster had a problem with you, he wasn't gonna tell you on Twitter.
But them days is over with though, man. So listen, it is what it is. You're gonna have war words on this internet.
Like,
that's a fact.
That's why I really don't do it, man. I'm like, I don't play them games. Like I grew up.
What happened if somebody that knew you from your hometown, right? That y'all might have had some friction in the past, and he start him a YouTube page, and he just start talking crazy about you every other day.
Like I probably know somebody that he know. Like one of the people, I'm be like, hey, tell your boy. Like when I see him, we're gonna have a discussion. You know what I'm saying?
He don't come outside.
It ain't no I don't.
No, it ain't that easy. If it was that easy, these niggas wouldn't be talking. Let me just tell you something. You got a whole section of YouTube for guys that just that they monetize their pages, and the way that they attract the viewership is to talk crazy about artists, rappers, or whatever. They talk crazy.
Like
so I mean, yeah, definitely. They not doing it just for clout though. They doing it for money, because if their page is monetized, right? And they saying the most outlandish shit, right? And it's like it's like clickbait for people to click on it. They making money.
Yeah, that's
right.
The world
so they don't and they don't care about seeing you.
See, like
because they ain't coming outside.
Exactly. Like my thing is like you never underestimate a dude from another hood, because there's another you in that hood. You know what I'm saying? Like what happened when you run into a nigga that's really about that? You may think this is all about streams and it's all cute, I'm getting clicked, and then you get confronted by that person or somebody that love that person, that's close to that person, like that's really with that. Like I don't believe in like bringing extra like heat on yourself, so to say, like to start beef for like clicks, like what it's saying is not all money is good money. Like
but this is for you. So you got to remember, some of these guys ain't got no outlets, they don't have no other opportunities, and now the internet then provided them a way to be able to make a few twos and fews. So what do? They do it for the views, right? They motivated by the views, because the views bring them what? Monetization. So they don't care. It ain't personal. We don't fuck you, Maino, something like that. I don't give a fuck you, Mr. Suggs, whatever. Like I don't care. Like whatever.
I take it at what cost though?
What cost? If no cost, because guess what? If you're not a person that's in traffic, coming out, doing the things that people do that get money and like to party and have fun, then you're not in traffic. You making your money and you staying home. You in your basement, you in your girl crib, you in your wife house, you in your backyard, whatever you at, you at.
And
You're
all
not in
that,
traffic though.
it's all fun and games. So okay, I'm like
Oh yes,
we
it
know
is.
your story. Like we know your story. When you in like Rikers Island, like
Oh me?
yeah,
Yeah, I've
like
been there.
I know your story, and you don't like
Yeah,
change your life. You know what I'm saying? You get
right,
all kind of unlimited money.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Clean money. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Why for clickbait is it worth it to me to like get you back into your old self?
Because it ain't even personal to me. It's whoever, whether it's me or Fat Joe or this one or that one, whether it's you, it don't even matter. It's because it's all for the sake of so-called being a blogger or a media person and just saying it. But if you look at the way media is right now, it's more blog driven, it's more
Yeah.
gossip driven, right? So it's like back in the days we had the National Enquirer. That was like where all the gossip shit was at, right? And then you had the real news. Now everything is gossip driven.
Everything is gossip.
Everything is more like, it's about who's with who and who's doing what, who said something to who. Was he talking to him? Was he talking to her? Like, it's all gossip driven. And this is where it comes from. This is the age that we living in, you know?
I hear what you're saying. I just think it's buffoonery.
Yeah, absolutely buffoonery. But we gotta know what it is so we know how to deal with it.
Yeah. I'm like, no, you gotta understand. Like, I grew up with real straight up gangsters. If they're gonna do something to you, trust me, they're not gonna have no evidence that somebody come use in court.
Right.
Like, yo, we seen y'all going back and forth right here. You told them you was gonna do such to them when you saw them. You know what I'm saying? Like that rapper that it was a rapper that got killed in L.A. At the Beverly Center. You know what I'm saying?
Dollar.
Yeah, a dollar. But like the dude who killed him, like ended up getting off because it was like documented. The dude said like, "Yo, when I see you, I'm gonna kill you." You know what I'm saying? It was like,
really?
Yeah, that's how dude got off because they was like self defense. You know what I'm saying? And like, I just thought that was crazy. I'm like, duh, why? If you're gonna do that, so why would you like put it out there? You know?
Yeah, that question is like for somebody that understands. So you might come from a different background and an element that you understand, like this ain't the way to go about it. But right now, in the age that we living in, that whole thought pattern is thrown out because we at a place where somebody do something, they almost want you to know that they did it. They want the clout from it.
Times change.
Everything is for social media. Everything is for social media.
Oh my God! Like I just can't get with it. I just can't get with it.
If we let's transition to some sports, man. I know you say you're not the biggest.
I'm limited, but help me out. Come on, let's go.
Get into it. As a true New Yorker,
right?
I want to hear from you. Who's your New York team in basketball first? Knicks, Nets. Who you rocking with?
Well, we got two teams now, but I'm Brooklyn all day.
Okay, for sure.
I gotta start there.
You gotta
start Brooklyn.
He Brooklyn, man. He ain't gonna go.
I gotta start Brooklyn. I mean, come on, baby.
I
mean, listen, man, the king of all boroughs. Like, I gotta start there.
He's only right. All right. The Yankees or the Mets?
Come on, that's too easy. Yankees.
Okay.
Is there New York Mets fans? I thought all like Mets fans from like Jersey.
My grandmother, may she rest in peace, used to be a diehard Mets fan and used to take me to Mets games when I was little. She loved the Nets. Yeah, loved it. Yeah.
A loyal bunch.
So I'm not
like the Yankees, but they're fans.
The year they won, they had Strawberry and all of them. I can't.
That's that era right there. Dwight Gooden, Darryl Strawberry. That's that era.
Yeah. So like, I can't think of any other Mets players besides them two. Why is that?
Yeah, because that was.
Why is that? I can't.
That's because that was
Dwight Gooden. I can't think of any other Mets players. Like,
that was their time right there. That was their era. That was that moment that they had. That they had the city, and they was winning, and Darryl Strawberry was sending them out the park, and they had the whole city behind them, and the nation was like, "Oh, the Mets!" And Dwight Gooden was pitching, and Darryl Strawberry was smoking a little bit of crack. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
It was the 80s.
yeah, a little bit of crack. Like,
It
come on,
was
man.
the
Like,
80s.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
Strike
a
him.
little bit of crack. Yeah.
Terry, what year was you born?
I was 191.
Damn. For real?
Yeah,
You're not no
91.
80s baby? I was gonna say all those 80s baby got a little bit of crack residue on us.
A
Like
little bit of crack resin.
it was rampant. It was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it destroyed the black community, but technically speaking, like at that time in the 80s, crack was like smoking weed. Like it was the cool thing to do, I guess, in the 80s. So everybody, all those 80 babies got a little bit of crack.
A little bit of crack.
You know what I mean? Like you never know what happened at a party. You don't know how your dad cracks your mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, that was their time though.
That was their time. You know what I'm saying? Hey.
All right, man. No.
Yeah, Darryl Strawberry, you know, you hitting a little bit of crack, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Still doing his thing. You know what I mean? He's
Jets
all
or
in
Giants?
New York.
Yeah.
They know.
Maino,
Yeah. Huh?
Jets or Giants?
Giants. Big Blue.
Big Blue. Big
So
Blue.
the trend is like the all New York but Brooklyn. Like Brooklyn was like the new team, so
So the Nets came from Jersey.
It came from Jersey, yeah. So
and then it came to Brooklyn.
Yeah. So your teams is the
Giants,
Yanks.
Yeah, Brooklyn all the way.
Them the only sports that have two teams, right? Well, yeah, them three. They don't have two hockey teams.
Well, no. Well, the Jets, and the Giants actually play in Jersey though.
Yeah, in the Meadowlands.
Yeah, they play in Jersey, but they New York teams.
MetLife now.
MetLife. Oh yeah.
MetLife, yeah.
New
York, yeah. New York, I mean, of course, the Knicks, you know, Knicks had us all riled up a few days ago.
Yeah.
A few weeks ago.
You think they get it done next year?
I mean, with the energy, we gotta maintain that energy, man. I feel like if we could, huh?
Do they have enough on the roster to get it done, to win a ring?
The way they threw that coach out of there like that, man, I'm like, damn. Like he got he didn't get no credit. Like he got blamed for not getting it done, but we haven't even went that far in how long?
They fired Tibbs
immediately.
Well, you know, he got a reputation of like beating his players up. Like, you know, they blame him for D-Rose.
What you mean beating them up?
Like the season is so long, he don't like divert. Like, I remember, I want to say it was like last year's playoffs. Y'all had like 8 healthy guys because everybody was injured. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a reputation of being like a hard-nosed coach, and just like his teams can't finish or get it done because they're so beat up and they're so injured. Like, remember, like, D-Rose had his MVP year, and then, you know, they ran into Miami into King James year. And I'm not sure if it was the next year or the following, but like he was playing D-Rose and they was up like 20 and then like a game 1 of a playoff or something. Like D-Rose should have been sitting down, and Tibbs was like working them still and end up hurting them. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody in Chicago blamed Tom Thibodeau for D-Rose like not like becoming like
being able to produce, right?
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, they do. They talk about his lack of rotations for sure. He lead the starters in the whole game. Everybody playing a lot of minutes. Let's stay on this football wave. Man, no, we working now.
Come on, let's work.
Browns insider reveals Kenny Pickett's superpower that gives him the edge over Shedeur Sanders and company for the quarterback battle down in Cleveland. T-Sizzle, you know that this conference very well. A lot of games against the Cleveland Browns. Should there be concern in the Browns organization that Shedeur would not even get a fair shot at the number 1 spot?
No. Are you asking me or Maino?
No, you got to be asking you.
I'm asking both. I want to hear your thoughts on Shedeur and the whole draft situation, Maino. But Sizzle, I want to ask you, do you think Shedeur has a fair shot of taking the number one job?
Yeah, he does, for the simple fact that, you know, Cleveland has a very loyal fan base, and if Kenny Pickett's not getting it done, they're gonna want him out of there. And like they drafted 2 quarterbacks, they brung in 2 other ones, you know, or 3 other ones, you know what I'm saying? So like I think he will, especially because people want to see him. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody kind of want that Lamar Jackson feeling. You know what I'm saying? We got a chance to win because this guy is under center. You know what I'm saying? I think they definitely want like Shedeur to kind of like be their star. You know what I'm saying? He had a big, you know what I mean? He did good. He was very successful in college. You know what I'm saying? Under the spotlight, like they want. Like Cleveland's gonna want that kid to play. They want to see what he can do. They want to see what he can do early. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna wait around. Like they're gonna become very impatient. Like
I don't think he get to start immediately.
no,
I think Joe will start the year.
yeah,
I think will start the year, and I can see Shedeur taking over week 6 early.
yeah,
Pretty early.
see that early.
I think so. I think the Browns would be not that competitive, honestly.
Right.
And early in the season, I think it'd be the best situation for them to see what they got, and Shedeur give them that best chance to go win. So I think about week 6, he'll be inserted as a starting QB.
Is Deshaun Watson not still on their roster? Is he?
He's still on the roster, yeah, but he was coming back from injury.
Right. Is he been like participating in all of that?
No, he's coming off an Achilles.
Oh yeah, so he ain't been doing no team drills, no OTAs, and nothing. So I can't speak. I'm not a Cleveland fan, but I think they want Deshaun Watson out. I think they like cheered or some shit when he got hurt, some stupid shit. So I think, you know, the Cleveland fan base want a new quarterback under center. I'm a big Joe Flacco fan. I'm always gonna stand by the veteran quarterback. You know what I'm saying? But like Kenny Pickett, I don't think anybody in the league fears Kenny Pickett. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, in the league, we call a spade a spade. You know what I'm saying? The film don't lie. Like, I don't think anybody's ever went into a game like, yo, we can't make no mistakes because Kenny Pickett's gonna make us pay for it. Like, you know, the dude Foxborough did, like, dude in Foxborough, like, you make a mistake, he know it pre-snap, and I'm finna light y'all asses up. You know,
Sure.
Manning, Breeze, the good ones know before the ball is even snapped. You know what I'm saying? So I don't feel that from Kenny Pickett. Like I would never go into a game like, yo, I gotta have my best game because we're playing Kenny Pickett. I'm like, no, I'm finna get off and get like 3 or 4 of them. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody fears. Like I'm gonna be totally honest with you. As a defensive player, I wouldn't fear Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? And is that the same guy Myles Garrett hitting the head with the helmet?
Yeah, with
and
the
their
helmet.
teammates now?
Damn, yeah.
Wow.
You know he's gonna be protected.
Wow.
Miles walking around with 2 helmets everywhere. He got him. He got his back.
Hey, Myles Garrett, one of the best players in the league, hands down. But I don't think I could ever like get over a guy hitting me in the head with a helmet. I didn't have no helmet on.
Nah, he like whack-a-mole this shit
He
too.
whacked him. Yep.
Yeah, no.
And if it wasn't for Pouncey, they wouldn't have did nothing. Like Marquise Pouncey, the one like, oh, I'm finna get it on with him. But everybody else was like, hey man,
He went all.
But no, ain't nobody feeling Kenny Pickett. I think, like you said, I'm not sure it'd be week 6. I think because if you know how the draft went, it might be a rebellious thing. Like we don't want to give him, like we don't want to hand him the offense so early and so young.
Ask Maino too about
Let me
that
ask you a
draft.
question. Why? And I guess this is about Shedeur. Why they played with him at the draft? Why he wasn't in the round?
I want to ask you, Maino, first. I'll give my opinion, my perspective. But I want to get your thoughts first. Like, why do you?
I really don't know why they handle him like that. You know, I hear his attitude or whatever, but I'm not that tapped in.
Like, from what they said, they was like, he didn't have good interviews at the combine. But I think that's bullshit because anybody who's not doing the draft process, they were like, when they interviewed the kid or talked to the kid, they was like, yo, he was a very humble kid, a respectful kid. Like, I never met him, but like you just said, we just had a discussion about the internet and how they want to perceive it. Like, I think they really did it to kind of like punish like Dion and him too. You know what I'm saying?
So it was basically done in spite.
I think it was done in spite because, okay, he don't go in the first round. Like all right, that happens. You know what I'm saying? Like Lamar almost didn't go in the first round. Ozzie Newsome traded back into the first round to go up and get Lamar. Like Lamar almost fell out of the first round. Like it happens at the draft. Like, crazy stuff happens on draft night. But fifth round, like all those other quarterbacks taken ahead of him, like one or two, okay, like we can respect it. You wasn't the first quarterback taken. But like he went in the fifth round, like Shedeur Sanders is way better than fifth round.
Right. He didn't deserve to be all the way back there.
He didn't deserve to be all the way back there. Like when he was sliding and we was like, all right, like how far is this gonna go? Who's gonna take him? And like you look at all them teams that had horrible quarterback play last year that needs a quarterback. And why would they go, another way? If this kid throws it, he got a good arm, he got the numbers, he got that, he got the talent, he got the athletic ability. Like you're gonna punish the kid for not like throwing at the combine. Like I didn't run at the combine. Like, a lot of people don't do it at the combine. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They want you to do it so they don't have to get on a plane and fly to see your personal workout, or for whatever reason, they want, all right, we got all y'all here, all y'all. And it's like the worst process ever. You know what I'm saying? They wake you up at like 6 a.m. They tugging on you, got to take this test. You got to do that test. You got to go meet with this team. And then they take, all right, go run your fastest 40 and go bench press as many times as you can. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you don't want to have everything you've been, working your whole life for, throw it into this one, interview, this one audition.
Right.
I get that. A lot of guys, like I did, you know what I'm saying? You got a controlled environment. It's on my terms. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming in here. I'm not interviewing with no teams all day. I'm not taking tests all day. I'm coming in here to do the bench test, and I'm coming here to run then it was a 40-yard dash and an L drill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Line work. Let's see how well you can move. You know what I'm saying? Your whole workout like an hour. But if you're doing that with just you, and it could be like 10 of your other teammates that you play with, you know what I'm saying? At the combine, it's like 300 some athletes there. It's like herding cattle. You know what I'm saying? You want to stand out. So I don't know if they punished them for not throwing at the combine. I don't know. Like his whole pre-draft process, he was kind of like on his terms, but all quarterbacks do that, especially like quarterbacks projected to go high. They all do it at their own school with their own receivers they've been throwing with. You know what I'm saying? They're not just throwing out there with other receivers. You know what I'm saying? So, like his whole pre-draft, like I just think they wanted to punish him. I don't think all of them thought he was going to go where he went, like fifth. But I think it was kind of like universal. Like once he started to fall, he just kept falling until somebody like, oh, Shedeur's still on. You know what I'm saying? So like, why Cleveland would draft Dylan Gabriel and then come back and draft Shedeur Sanders?
Yeah.
I'm still trying to.
It makes sense to me.
Well, now he got an opportunity to prove all these people did bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about the response for sure.
Yeah.
How you respond.
Like Lamar did. Like you could tell, like Lamar was real disappointed to go. I think he went 30. I think we jumped up and got a 32nd. He went 32nd. Like I think he was disappointed, but he responded. You know what I'm saying? He responded, and he's 2-time MVP. He's supposed to be 3, but we can get into that. But I think he responded, and I hope we really do hope Shedeur I really do hope that level of success. Not at Cleveland though, because they're in the same situation as Baltimore. I want them to light the motherfucker up. I just don't want them to light us up. You know what I'm saying? I'm still emotionally attached to that team. You know what I'm saying? So, but if he light it up at Cleveland, as long as he don't light up the Ravens, I'm cool. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? But
speaking of Lamar, he recently said that the game has gotten easier. It's progressively gotten easier. He says, as I've been getting older in the league, my mindset has been different, and the game has gotten a lot easier for me. Do you feel like that's a good thing to say? Should opposing defenses be afraid Lamar is approaching the game with that mindset?
Nah, you know how we are. We are we will be like, oh yeah? Well, let's see how slow it's gotten for you. You know what I'm saying? Come on, we ain't shying away from anybody. Nobody on defense is gonna shy away. They definitely gonna see. Well, we're gonna see how slow the game's gotten. You know what I'm saying? I don't think opposing defenses are gonna they know I'm facing Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? They know that going in. They know I'm facing Lamar Jackson. Like I said a few minutes ago, ain't nobody worried about Kenny Pickett. You know what I'm saying? Nobody oh man, I'm gonna have to hydrate more this week. You know what I'm saying? I'm facing Kenny Pickett. You know what I mean? But Lamar's one of them players you how we gonna contain this dude? You and your group text, you know what I'm saying, hitting your teammates all right, look, man, we gonna have to send 3-man rush with a spy or 2 spies or something at him. You know what I'm saying? Lamar's not no normal talent like that. You know what I'm saying? My son asked me today, who was faster between Lamar Jackson and Michael Vick, and I was like, I've never seen a human move that fast as Lamar. Lamar could jog and be faster than the rest of us sprinting. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen nobody that fast. I didn't face up against Fred Taylor, Chris Johnson, Michael Vick. Like I said, everybody know that Michael Vick was the apex, he was the prototype for that mobile quarterback, being ambidextrous too, you know what I'm saying? But Lamar, I just tell Lamar, I'm look, dude, you got to slow down. Man, we going to pop hamstrings out here. We ain't facing no quarterback as fast as you. You know what I'm saying? All right, Sizzle, I got you. You know what I'm saying? He was jogging one time when I was chasing him. You know what I mean? Lamar Jackson is you never seen nothing like that. You never seen nothing like that. And he fast and sand too. It's ridiculous.
Lamar different. I got to make a correction from earlier in the show. It was Mason Rudolph that got whack-a-mole.
Okay.
Yeah. Pick
Woo! I'm glad that'd be an awkward first meeting in the locker room.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph.
I'm so glad.
He got whack-a-mole by Miles.
Yeah. So,
Maino, you pulling any football games this year, man?
I go to football games though.
I do
go.
What you
But
watching?
I usually go around some type of business though. I've been to Giants games. I've been in the field. I've actually performed in the Giants game. This is more or less when Saquon was there, maybe 2 years ago. But football was never really my sport that like that.
You're basketball guy?
Basketball, more boxing.
Boxing. Okay.
Yeah, definitely boxing. Definitely.
All right, let's I'm all about it. All the sports. What you think about Terrence Crawford, Bud Crawford?
Yeah.
Hello. What you got?
I'm very interested in this fight because it's he really going up, and he's going up a lot, right? In his last fight, what was the Russian dude, right? I don't know. That fight scared me.
Yeah.
That fight scared me because he
moving up.
He moving up, and a lot of times when you move up, you
you get your ass. So
But you don't have that speed a lot of times that you used to have, and you got to get used to that weight, right?
So why do they do that? Like, why not have it at like a catch weight? Like, I'll go up, but you got to come down. You know what I'm saying? And we meet somewhere in the middle and fight there. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think Canelo was gonna come down.
He
wanted,
just fall. The Charlo twin, he like makes everybody come up to him. You know what I'm saying? And in boxing, if you're not Floyd Mayweather, you're only getting one payday fight, maybe two, if you're lucky. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it depends on who you fighting, though.
Right.
All right. So like you got like you think about like Gervonta Davis. The guy that fought Gervonta, the last dude Roach, he probably got more money ever.
Right.
Right. So you talk about you got in New York, you got a young guy come up out of Brooklyn called Edgar Berlanga. You know, he's a young up and coming boxer, but he fought Canelo. He got more probably than he ever got.
Okay. What did Canelo fight at? 160?
Huh?
What did Canelo fight at?
Canelo at what, middleweight?
What was that, 160?
Yeah, somewhere around there. He had around middleweight.
Like, yeah.
Canelo went all the way up to light heavyweight.
Like he just did that to the Charlo twin. He like made everybody come up to him. Like the way people talk about Bud Crawford is like.
So who you got in the fight?
I'm not.
Who y'all got in the fight?
Like I want Bud to win, but like you said, he's going up. So remember, like if Canelo Alvarez fights at 160, 162, he probably walk around at like 170, 175.
Like they said, Bud walks around at a higher weight than he usually fights at as well.
But still,
who y'all got though?
That's still a lot of weight. He's going up, so I know Bud fight at 154 because they were talking about who's the better 154 fight between him and Floyd. So Bud fights at 154. He's got to go up to 160, and like he's gonna dehydrate himself to make weight for the fight or whatever they do, and then he's probably gonna lose weight. Whereas like Canelo's gonna make his weight and go back up. You know, so they both might weigh in at 160, but come fight night, Bud might be back down 154, 156, and he go up to 170. You know what I'm saying? Like
who you got
in the football world? Like
I got Bud.
248 to 230 is nothing.
I think Bud going.
You think Bud gonna do what?
I think Bud going in there to box, not to try to knock Canelo out. I think he's going up to outbox him. And like you just said, it's really like the last real blockbuster.
Yeah, this is it right here. This is going to be the biggest fight of the year.
So right here, it was a draw that he can't get at 154. So he had to go up in order to get this pay-per-view, this heavy bag. I think Bud going in there to box. He real surgical. He's a great counter puncher. Canelo, he got power, all that, and the weight could play a part. But Bud not going there to have a slugfest and go toe to toe. I think he going there to move around, work his jab, and just win.
What you just said, that makes a lot of sense if he fights that fight. Like if he fights the sticking and moving, beating him to the punch. Canelo is slick though.
Yeah, Canelo is slick.
Canelo is slick.
Hell of a counter puncher too. Like
super.
I didn't like
super counter puncher
for Charlo. I don't like this fight for him.
But Charlo didn't even fight, bro. Charlo didn't even really fight.
I feel like it was like, all right, I know I'm climbing an uphill battle. Let me get my bag.
But no, this ain't that. Bud going in the fight.
I hope so, man. Like
no, 100%. Bud is going in the fight, though, because he's ambitious. He's undisputed in like 2 weight classes. He wanted this. This is what he wanted. He ain't want nothing else. I think this is for him, his trophy, right? This is what this is what he want to end on, right?
This is it for him to fight.
He didn't want nothing else. He didn't care about whatever Javante was saying. He didn't care about what nobody else was saying. Welterweight, 154, lower than that. Like, he didn't care about none of that. This is the trophy that he wanted. This is what he wanted to do. So he coming to fight. He ain't coming just to get no money.
You got to add those to the resume, especially if you want to be in that GOAT conversation. You're talking Floyd Mayweather. You have to have those names on your resume.
Yeah, listen. He got a heavy resume, undisputed. Like, unified. He unified the belts. Come on, man. Like,
he beat.
I've been impressed after the Spence fight. Really.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. He beat Earl Spence. He beat.
I was a super
John
Errol
Porter.
Spence fan. I was a Errol Spence fan. Still
Everybody
am.
was. Errol
Like,
Spence. He fought like.
No, let's be honest. He beat the shit out of dog. Like,
he beat him, but
he beat the dog shit out of him. Like, we got to be honest here.
it was a great fight to watch, and I like that. It wasn't none of that bullshit like pre-fight bickering. It was like, no, I respect dude. Like, he's a great fight. I'm going in there to win. You know what I'm saying? I love that aspect of it, but I didn't expect old boy to have like.
Nah, he beat him like he stole. He beat him like he stole from him.
That. You
No,
know?
he beat him like he stole from him.
Like, yeah. So
yeah.
He got the Earl Spence fight. Like, does he have another big fight? Like, I don't know. Like, I'm drawing right now.
Who?
But like, he beats everybody's ass who gets in the ring with him.
Didn't he fought Golovkin, didn't he?
Oh no,
Triple G?
That's the other. That's Canelo.
Triple
Canelo
G.
like enough because Golovkin's bigger. You know what I'm
saying? Then he fight Triple G's.
No, he didn't Triple G.
No,
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Triple G is like that much bigger. I think Triple G might be in light heavyweight.
They around they around that same.
Triple
bracket.
G fought Canelo. I think they came down and fought at the 160, the 162, 163, something like that. But I haven't seen Triple G since then.
The bottom line is this. Bud coming to fight. This ain't about no paycheck. I don't believe
No, I don't think it's about no paycheck, but
that's a fighting nigga. He coming, that's all he know how to do. Like, is fight. Like, he's coming. He coming to fight. Like, it's gonna be a good fight. It's the biggest fight in boxing right now. This is it. This is it. This is gonna be the biggest fight
until we get Tank and Shedeur Stevenson. I
don't know. I don't know if that's really gonna happen.
I don't think that's gonna happen either. They got
Tank got to get back with Roach.
I see Tank and Roach.
Who is?
Yeah, Roach. That's the homie that fought him last time.
Oh yeah, Tank they doing a rematch.
Got to see that. We got to see that.
No, that's right. We got to see because I felt like he kind of had Tank number.
It surprised me.
He kind of had his number.
Tough that kid, but you know, Tank starts slow.
Right, and he take a lot of punches.
Yeah, Tank starts slow, and then once he got your timing, once he know what you're doing, then knockout's coming. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is this, right? What happens when he can't knock you out and you winning on points?
Yeah,
that's the thing. You see what I'm saying?
Like,
so you got a boss. It's a point game. It's not always about the knockout. It's
that's how Floyd got all his.
Floyd always built points
under your skin so much that you wanted to knock him out, and then you was too busy focused. Like, I'm gonna be the first person to knock Floyd out. I'm gonna be the first person to knock Floyd out, and then Floyd in there putting them paws on you. Like, Floyd's the best defensive fighter, like, in boxing history. He's probably the best fighter of history. You know what I mean? In history, like, his resume's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd didn't make no mistakes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the closest he got to get knocked out, like Shane Mosley caught him one time.
Zab caught him too.
Zab caught him. Yeah. That's right. Zab did catch him.
Yeah, Zab caught him too.
I forgot about that.
Floyd been hit with some shots, some solid. Maidana, where they said his tooth got knocked out. Like, you know,
he
got hit with some shots.
Because remember, like, during that time, like, Berto and Pacquiao, all them said, like, oh, Floyd was running. So he said, you know, Madonna, like he wanted to give the crowd like a show. He wanted to stand in there and kind of like take punch.
Bro, we seen him slug it out with a few guys, like, you know. But his fight more or less was a defensive fight. He always played the points, and sometimes that ain't always go well with the audience because they like to see blood, like they want to see slugging, they want to see knocking, they want to see that. And when you're moving around the ring a lot, like I personally don't like Shakur Stevens fights because it's too much of that.
It's too much. Oh, okay.
Too much of that. Personally,
we've seen the kid once, and I know like Tank. We expect the knockouts from Tank. Like from what I hear from their division, that's like the fight they both need to take, and
so in your mind, you want to see Tank and Shakur. What about Haney? Is Haney in that conversation anymore?
Devin Haney? I think so. Like one loss shouldn't take you out of a big fight, but that was an ass whipping. Yeah,
that was yeah.
It was pretty bad, but I don't know who Devin Haney's gonna fight. Like, what he gonna fight?
Well, they said he just fought something. He just fought. Who he just fought? They said it wasn't an impressive fight though. Who did he just fight? He just fought recently, and they said it wasn't really an impressive fight. He fought here in New York.
Yeah, like I don't know where Devin Haney like goes from here. Like, does he try to fight the winner like these two, Bud, and you know what I'm saying? I don't know what Devin Haney.
No, he can't. Nah, he's not in the area of with Bud and them. No, that ain't gonna happen.
No.
That's Bud too big. No, that
ain't what is Devin Haney? Is he 154? 149?
No, hell no. He lower than that.
He's small?
Yeah. Smaller than that.
I don't know who he fights then. So I don't know where he goes. So that fight happened when he lost. That happened in New York, didn't it?
No, he didn't lose in New York. He lost to Ryan Garcia. I don't remember where they fought at. Huh?
Was that in Vegas?
It might have been in Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where.
But he had another fight after that out here in New York. I wasn't here, but they fought in Times Square.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. They said it wasn't an exciting fight.
So what? Do we go back and fight Ryan Garcia again?
Oh no, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't know if he want to do that. I think Ryan kind of had his number. Ryan was beating him to the punch, and I know they said that Ryan had enhancements and all that. I don't know, but Ryan kept beating him to the punch with that one punch. That left hook.
Dude, we all know it. Like he just kept over. Like,
but Ryan just lost to what's his name? Little Spanish dude that fought Tank before. Damn.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Ryan just lost.
He lost to him?
Yeah. Right, he beat the shit out of Ryan.
Damn.
You keep it with the UFC.
Yeah. Not Ryan out.
Keep it with the UFC too, Maino?
No, not really. Not really. You rock with that?
I do. I've been to a couple in Vegas. Who's
the guy right now?
Well, Bones Jones is the GOAT. Johnny Bones.
He's the GOAT.
He's the greatest.
Bones Jones.
I ain't really been tapped in since McGregor. He was exciting.
Have you ever been to a UFC fight?
Nah.
You gotta go. Everybody goes to bed. Like, you know how
I watched them though.
You know how in boxing we waiting on the knockout. In UFC, it's almost everybody.
Guaranteed. It's guaranteed somebody gonna see.
Guaranteed. Like, the atmosphere is crazy. Like, it is like I ended up at the McGregor fight, the one he lost to from LA. Not Khabib, they brothers and they fight, he told them.
Right, yeah, Khabib.
Khabib beat his ass. It's somebody else. It's somebody else he lost to, and he came back.
He had a couple back-to-back losses though.
Yeah. So I can't think of that guy's name. But I went to that fight, and like he ended up choking McGregor out, and like that upset loss, like it is just like the atmosphere is like straight up dope. It's like
Crazy.
you've been in the hood and you hear about two people got hands and like the hoods show up to see it, and they
What was
scrap.
the female UFC fighter that they always behind and then she got lost?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda Rousey,
Ronda
yeah.
Rousey. Yeah, she got beat by Holly Holm, and
Holly
then
Holm.
she ran up against that Brazilian, that Amanda Nunes. Amanda Nunes, I would probably think twice. Like if some shit jumped off and
she had beat Amanda before back in the days, right?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think Amanda Nunes had one loss.
Yeah, I gotta go back to that. And yeah, Ronda Rousey was exciting. So
Ronda Rousey was exciting, but then Holly Holm beat her ass. Holly Holm went and fought Misha Tate, lost to Misha Tate.
With a kick.
One kick from Holly Holm changed his life.
It changed her life.
Changed her life.
She
was never the same ever since that.
Now she's in the WWE, I believe.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So it's somebody else that was exciting that I used to watch. He had a crazy accident though. His shin popped out. What was his name? Silva?
Oh, Anderson Silva. Yeah, he like one of them Hall of Fame.
He like an OG of the situation now, right?
Yeah.
His whole shin bone came out.
He was like, that was like his loss. He had like set the record for consecutive like title defenses. You know what I'm saying? Like Anderson Silva, like he was
the guy.
First Bones. Yeah.
Right.
Remember, like when Bones came out, it is a 6'5" dude. Like he was a physical mismatch to everybody he fought. You know what I'm saying? And he beat everybody every type of way. He knocked people out, he kicked people, he choked people out, he submission people. Like Bones is no joke. Like
yeah, I gotta tap in with him.
Like Bones is no joke. Like you could probably like YouTube some of Bones' fights. Like Bones is because I played with his brother. I played with both brothers actually. I played with Chandler and Art. I played with Art on the Ravens. We won Super Bowl together, and I played with Chandler here and at the Cardinals. And like they real like fun as a family. You know what I'm saying? Like they just like your brothers. You know what I'm saying? And like I would ask Art like, so who used to win y'all fights? And Art like, I used to beat the shit out of this brother. I'm like, dog, that's far fetched, bro. Like I just don't see you beating that 6'4" dude, and he know every fucking trick in the book, choke you out. Like you imagine your little brother choking you out. Like
Art said,
ain't no back to that. But like
Art said
that dude, McGregor was that dude. Like they was very exciting draws. I think now it's like Israel Adesanya. Like I haven't like I don't know who the new star is in UFC. So I don't know.
I haven't been. I gotta tap back in.
Go ahead.
Chandler Jones was different, man. A monster on.
Yeah, he was fucking pass rush technician.
Man, longest arms in the world.
Man, like he don't like doing anything else. He don't like dropping in pass coverage. He only want to do one thing. He was surgical at it. That long arm, like he was like one of those baseball players that called a shot. Like, yo, I'm finna hit it right there. Like he used to say it all during the week. Like, yo, I'm finna use this move, and he'll get in the game and do it. I'm like, dog, I can never do that. Like half of the shit I did, like it was like reactive. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't plan on doing it. I just ended up doing it. You know what I'm saying? But like Chandler, like he was a pass rush technician, man. Like dude was real good. Like dude still is good.
Yeah, your play style was different, T-Sizzle.
Yeah.
I remember playing in Baltimore, and you don't even have a stance for real. As I'm studying players, I'm looking at, all right, inside foot back, 4-point, 2-point. Bro, you would literally be standing straight up, talking, telling the defense, hey, watch it on ball snapper. You just like
I gotta be able to see everything. Like,
Sideways. Oh, what?
like I want to say what happened while I started standing, I was like in a 3-point stance, and Jermichael Finley motioned in and cracked me. I mean, like, cracked me. Like, the crack ball cracked. I was like, oh, I ain't getting in no stands no more. I need to be able to see everything. Like, motherfucker,
That one crack block made you
that one
stand up.
crack, I was like, all right, I got to start standing. I got to be able to see. I got to be able to see. He, like, cracked the fuck out of me. And, like, I used to have to threaten Hines Ward. I'm like, Hines, I swear you come down here with that bullshit, I'm fucking you up. Like, we ain't playing football no more. I used to have to threaten Hines Ward, like, pre-snap, and he was still trying. You know what I'm saying? Like, them Baltimore, them Ravens Steelers games used to, like, I don't know, like, all of us would be suspended now for them games, like how we played. Like, the shit that they don't allow now that they allowed back then, like, right now, like, all of us would be playing for free. They'd be finding us, like, no, we got suspended a couple games, because it used to be real in them Ravens Steelers games, but now, like, it's still a rivalry. It's just not as physical. You know what I'm saying? But
During that time, that window with y'all, it was a heavyweight fight every time. Like,
it was hard knocks, man. We was in there. It was like you playing against a team like that. Y'all identities match. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the legendary Baltimore defense. You got the legendary Steel Curtain defense. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I mean? You got like come on, man. Like, if you look at the rosters of all-time players on Ravens and rosters of all-time Steelers, it's like identical. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, even Rod Woodson, he was a Raven for a short time, but people know him as a Steeler. You know, we got Ed Reed, they got Polamalu. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had Ike Taylor, we had Chris McAllister. Like, the teams, man, like, it's crazy. It's crazy, but you know, you don't really get that no more. You don't really get that no more.
Do you think it's because it's so much? Is it more movement now from season to season? Players going from
No,
different
I think it's more business structure. Like, I think they want the game to grow, kind of like the NBA. Like, they want it to be in all the homes in all the countries. You know what I'm saying? Like, NBA is like one of the fastest growing sports, like, worldwide, you know, besides soccer and baseball, of course. You know what I'm saying? So I think they want the NFL going, so they want touchdowns. So it's kind of, the defense is playing with one hand behind their back, so to say. You know, you can't touch, you can't do that. Like, it's a lot of rules. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it really, they benefit the offense because they want to see touchdowns. So I think that's why the game. That's one of the reasons why the game is like high flying now. You know, the pass happy offense. You know what I'm saying? Other reason is NFL is cheap and they don't want to pay for none of us because after we get done playing, we're all fucked up, bodies and limbs and shit. So they're like, oh, we're gonna try to make the game less, you know, dangerous, less hazardous to the body. But like, you run it into another person, another man, you know what I'm saying, 100 miles an hour every play. Like, you can't prevent that. The injury rate in the NFL every year is 100%. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's gonna get hurt. So, like, I don't know why, like, they just try to be cheap about it, but I don't know. That's just my take. What do I know?
Before we wrap up, T-Sizzle, and get up out of here, ESPN lists the best NFL draft pick ever at every slot from 1 to 262.
Damn.
You was the 10th overall pick in 2003. 75th overall pick in 2013.
Okay.
We both come in second place on this list.
Okay.
So in front of you is Patrick Mahomes.
He was 10th?
Yeah, so they got him as the number 1 10th overall pick.
Okay.
And is Russell Wilson. Got him as the best 75th pick.
Over you.
On me. So yeah, we both finished runner up. How you feel about that? You think they got it right, got it wrong?
I think they got mine's right. The only case they have against Russell Wilson is that he got a Super Bowl ring. Like
it was part of the argument. He don't have any all pros. I have one. I'm not sure what pros he got. I got 5. He does have a ring. I don't have a ring.
I think that's probably like I said, I think remember, like offensive linemen are the Secret Service. Y'all got the toughest job in the world and don't get any credit for it. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all can play 200 snaps, give up 1 sack, and then they like, oh, he's a liability. You know what I'm saying? But like quarterbacks, remember, they kiss babies. You know what I'm saying? They're always on TV. You know, the game is highlighted by the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a quarterback-driven league. So that's why I think they would put that over you. But
I'm sorry about that, fellas.
We understand. Numbers don't lie.
Huh?
No, you were talking about the draft pick. But I got a question for Maino, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? TA, can I ask him? Or do we got time?
So, come on.
So, you know, New York is, they call it the Mecca of basketball. New York City point guards.
Mm-hmm.
Give me your top 5 all-time New York City point guards.
Bernard King.
He from New York City?
Yeah, he played on the Knicks.
I know he played on the Knicks. Is he from
Bernard? New York? From New York. He's from New York.
Okay.
Stephon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Brooklyn, Lincoln,
definitely. Yep.
Let me help you out.
Who you got?
So I heard Rod Strickland.
Rod Strickland.
I heard Rod Strickland was off the chain, but the names, the 2 names I hear most is Guy Shamgar.
That's my guy.
And Kenny
That's
Anderson.
my guy.
I heard Kenny Anderson was like
Shamgar is my guy, definitely. But it's so much more. I mean, we got this is New York City. It's the biggest, baby. We got playground legends, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But like I've never seen like, you know, high school footage of Rod Strickland. Everybody's seen Stephon because he had the Iverson. They had that kind of rivalry in high school. You know, was the #1 point guard that time. So, you know, everybody know about Stephon Marbury, and it's like a rumor that the movie He Got Game was like actually about him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, loosely based. Right. Yeah, I think it was loosely based on him.
I think it was loosely based on Stephon Marbury.
Yeah. I think so.
I heard Rod Strickland was just phenomenal, but I keep hearing like Kenny Anderson was like Kyrie Irving before like, that kind of ball was like.
But Bernard King though.
That's a little bit older than me.
That's a long time ago. But what I'm saying, you talking about New York, you got to go all the way.
All the way. I mean, and as far as the point guard, I know Kareem from New York. You know what I'm saying?
Kareem
Abdul-Jabbar, ain't he from New York?
He wasn't no point guard.
No, he wasn't no point guard. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, y'all got. I mean, of course, y'all got players. You know what I'm saying? But they like the point guard. Like this is the way the position was invented, was in New York City.
I mean, come on, it's New York, baby.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
So I
playground black on a black top. You understand?
I just want
soul in the hole, Rucker Park.
Yeah, everybody, yeah. Skip to my Lou, Rafe Alston. He from New York, yeah.
Here you go. That's my guy.
Yeah, but like I didn't know if you like saw Strickland or Kid.
I remember them playing as a kid though. Like
I heard Kenny Anderson was like that dude, and of course Sham guy. You know what I mean? He got the move that everybody try to imitate. You know what I'm saying? Like
Sham guy was a playground legend though.
Yeah, gosh, Sham guy.
Yeah.
Just in coaching job in Orlando with the Magic. Just left.
Oh really?
Development coaching.
Man. Yeah, he deserved that, man. That's what's up.
That's dope.
That's dope.
Yeah.
All right, fellas. We've done it, man. That Nightcap holding it down for Uncle Shannon Sharpe. and Ochocinco. ISO Joe Johnson had suffered an injury playing Big Three, so he's been off the podcast for the week. Hopefully, injury not too serious, and he can.
Hopefully, not too serious.
For sure. So it's been great, man. Taking over Nightcap, hosting with two legends. Terrell Suggs, I appreciate you guys. Make sure,
man. I appreciate you for having me, man. It's nothing but love, respect.
Hey, y'all, man. It's been enough.
Love.
Yeah.
Fire conversation. Wrapping up Nightcap. Like I say, filling in for Shay, Shannon, Ochocinco, ISO Joe, and his recovery. T-Stead takeover over Nightcap has come to a conclusion. I appreciate everybody that has joined in nightly, interacted. I hope it was fun and informative. A lot of insight, a lot of stories that was shared over these last 4 days. I greatly appreciate it. Please come over to my YouTube at Terron Armstead. Like, subscribe. I have a lot of exclusive content come out. Just dropped an interview with the newly Pittsburgh Steeler, Jonnu Smith, as he gave insight into the behind the scenes of an NFL trade, what all goes into it, and how we feel about it personally. Again, thank you so much for tuning in and rocking with me. The chat been jumping all night. Get over to my YouTube, like, subscribe. Let's keep this thing going. Peace. I'm out of here.